My good people, thou shalt not, and I repeat, thou shalt not try to solve insurance accident claims by the roadside. The reason I'm telling you that, with me here, I have a client. There's a claim I'm handling here. The accident happened around Naivasha area. So this client was driving a Mercedes Benz, and it was an accident between two vehicles, and they were heading toward the same direction. So upon reaching around Naivasha area, there's a total petrol station around that area. So the driver who was driving in front of my client decided to brake instantly without warning to enter into the petrol station that is on the right side of that area. So my client, who just contacted or gave us the instruction to help in that claim, was trailing that said client, a Toyota NZD. So our client hit the vehicle from behind. Then both were on third-party covers. Then they decided to agree beside the road. Our client, of course, was on the rear. From the Traffic Rules Act of Kenya, once you are driving the same direction and you hit someone from the rear, outrightly you are the one to blame for the accident, regardless. So my client just admitted liability and decided to show that claim out of they just agreed. So my client, who was driving the Mercedes, just decided, this is a small thing, let me sort it out. They agreed with the driver of the other motorist, and they came up to a round figure, and my client decided to chip in, and they sorted that case. Then my client just drove to his destination. That's I'm talking about a claim of 2 months ago. Now, surprisingly, last week, my client was summoned. In short, he was summoned in relation to the same incident. So, after the accident, the other motorists drove to Naivasha police station and reported the claim. So he was alleging it was a hit and run incident. You see, he wanted to have a double gain. So he reported a hit and run claim. So due to my client's ignorance, he never reported anywhere. He just assumed now that he had sorted that third-party client, so no one was going to come for them. So after reporting, the other driver, the other motorist went and reported. He was given an abstract blaming my client for causing accident and hit and run and driving without reporting. Mark you, the other motorists had pictures. They had taken photos at the scene of the accident. So all the details of my clients were in that abstract. So he was blamed for the accident. So in the small claims court, my client was required. He lost the case, so he was required to pay. He was required to pay for the damages of the other third-party vehicle, who he had agreed on with at the scene of the accident, and they settled the case. So why am I telling you this? The issues you just maybe you're in a hurry. Just do the basic. Just do the basic bare minimum. Call your insurance, report to the police. Even if you are not going to wait for the abstract, try and get the OB and call your insurance, OB number, and call your insurance and report the matter. So my client entrusted ID loss assessors. Now we are coming in because now the case has already been decided. We are coming in to go and do our inspection on the other vehicle to confirm that indeed the amount of money that my insured is being, or my client is being charged or subjected to pay are reasonable. So I thought it's wise we come and talk about it. So my good people, never in your lifetime, you are a motorist, you're having a vehicle, just follow the protocols. Follow the protocols to avoid these things. You see, this guy went and someone, he was denying, because now my short had no evidence, because he was denying that he was never settled on that claim. Because of what? He was advised by rogue lawyers. You know, there are lawyers, we call them, there are lawyers we call or advisors we call ambulance chasers. They tried to gain or utilize all minimum opportunities to gain in terms of recoveries of claims. So my good people, if you're having the same problem, ID Loss Assessors is here to advise you and serve you. We do assessment, we do reinspection, we do pre-purchase inspection, and we do valuation. So my good people, that should be a lesson to anyone out there who has a vehicle and accidentally involved in an accident. Whether you're having a third-party cover or a comprehensive cover, try. Don't be that guy of, you're in a hurry. You see, you're in a hurry now. You are going to like this client is going now to suffer a big loss. In fact, a double loss, just because of their ignorance. So if you're involved in an accident, report to the police station, call your insurance. The insurance give, even if it's a party, they give you allowance of 24 hours. Even if you're in a hurry, reach your destination, call the insurance, tell them you're involved in an accident, at least for record purposes. Such thing, it would have been salvaged if the client had reported to the police and acquired an OB number. So stay tuned and be advised and informed about these kind of claims. So for this kind of services, we are at 0702 02 74 13.